Welcome to part 4 of the Elise piano tutorial. The part we're going to be learning today sounds like this. And on from there. It goes sort of back into the next part. Alright, so what I really want to point out to you is, I think, again, for this tutorial, we're going to break it into the right hand and the left hand. Left hand is mostly going to be playing like little chunky chords, like little two-note chords mostly. The right hand is going to do most of the work. So let's start with the right hand, and I want you to play a C. So you've come out of the part 3 playing a C with your 2 finger in your right hand, right? And what I want to point out to you is this G with your pinky. So you're going to be playing this G with your pinky in between notes for a large part of this section here. So you start with that C and you jump up to that G with your pinky. Okay, so that's just the first 2 notes. And I'm keeping my fingers out of the way, but you're going to really need to have them all out and over the keys. And immediately your thumb is going to come down and play a G that's an octave lower than where this pinky is. And remember I said you're going to be alternating with this pinky G in between notes. So just watch my pinky and how it alternates in between notes for this section. And then from there it'll be a little bit different. But notice that if you just see that one thing, that'll help you get a lot of the song. So you've got C alternating with G, C, G, then drop down to this G, 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 and I'll just show you what the left hand is doing. A, B, C, D, E, okay, and you're gonna go E, G, and then you're gonna come up to the top here. Your right hand's gonna come up to the C, and you're basically playing almost like a modified white note scale, C major scale. So you bring your pinky up to the C, and you're gonna come down white notes, C, B, A, G, F. You're going to cross over your 3 finger. This is kind of important. E, D, and then G, F, D, C. So you notice you're going to end this C with your thumb. So let me show you that part again, nice and slow. C, G, 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 A, G, B, G, C, G, D, G. Now when I play this E, I'm actually bringing my thumb up because I know I'm going to be reaching and stretching up to this C. E with my thumb. G, C, B, A, G, F. Cross over the 3. E, D, G, F, D, C. And basically, when you get back to that C, you're going to kind of repeat that section. So let me show you it. I'll play up to that part, and then I'll show you how we kind of repeat again. Thumb here. Walking down white notes. 3 over. Starting over with the thumb. Now, you notice the thumb played the C first there instead of the 2 finger. Now, instead of starting over on the second time by hitting this thumb, we're going to go. So we're going to sort of launch into this pattern that is very similar to the beginning pattern, and is actually going to be getting us back into that sort of beginning pattern. So we've just come down. This is the second. We're imagining we've played it through for the second time. This is the ending of the second time through that little pattern I just showed you, and we're cascading down from C. And we cross over the 3, E, D, G, F, D. And instead of going back to the C, we're going to go E, F, E, D sharp, E, B, E, D sharp, E, B. And that's all I want to show you for now. Okay, so let's learn. We are going to learn a little bit more of the right hand in this tutorial, but I want to jump to learning the right hand to go with that part that I just showed you, because there's sort of like 2 pseudo sections. So right in the beginning, right when you play that C with your 2 finger, like coming out of the tutorial before, you're going to play this C and this E with your left hand. And you immediately start bouncing in this right hand. And by the time you get to this B right here, you're going to play an F and a G. And these are sort of held for twice as long. So in the period that you're playing two of these notes with your right hand, you're holding this chord with your left hand. So you've got this F and this G. And then you've got E and G. So E and G in your left hand while this is hitting its C. Okay? Then when this hits the D, you're going to be playing D, F, and G in your left hand. Alright? Now when you switch with your thumb, remember you switch with your thumb over to this E to play this little thing here before you start cascading down with white notes, you're going to be playing a C major chord in your left hand, or just C, E, and G. Now when you hit this A, you're going to actually come down here. So right when you hit this A with your right hand, you're going to come down an octave and you're going to play F and A with your left hand. And then when you hit the D with your right hand, you're going to move this up one white note each to G and a B. And then when you hit this C for the repeat, you know how you're going to repeat this pattern, you're going to hit a C with your left hand. And you're going to do the same thing with your left hand when you hit this B. And then when you hit this C. And then when you hit this D. And then you've got this C chord. Same thing down here. Cross over with the 3 here and move up here. Now, remember how you don't repeat with the right hand here? You go to this na 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 na. When you play that E to play that pattern, what you're gonna do is you're gonna leave your thumb where it is in your left hand and your right, and you're gonna bring this G up to a G sharp. And you're gonna play na 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 na. So you've got E, F, and you actually only play this for a little while. Kind of just play it for like, just a beat. So the left hand is mostly taken care of for the rest of this tutorial. The only thing I need to show you is this little trick in the right hand. So you're launching into this. So I want to talk to you about a couple of things that can trip you up with here and ways that you can get by it. So, I showed you that pattern, right? You play that E, F, E, D sharp, E, B, and then you jump back up to E, E, D sharp, E, B, E, D sharp, E. So sort of like the third time you play through this like E and D sharp pattern. So the third time you play that pattern after you start, from that sort of different section, you're gonna hold this note a little bit longer. And if you think about it like counting each note as 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1 and 1 and 1, 1, 1. It's the equivalent of playing 3 notes in this series that you're playing. That's a little bit confusing. So right now you're going bum 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 bum. If you were to play the rhythm, bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. If you did like 3 snaps instead of 1, that would be how long the music is asking you to hold that note. 1, 2, 3, bum 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 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now, but really what I think you should think about doing is taking the time to let the music breathe a little bit there and become more expressive. And slow down. And then speed up as you move into the next section, okay? So the only other thing I need to show you, before I do a quick review and then let you go practice, is that once you sort of get going again, once the motor kind of turns over, this part right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the number 5 is going to help you. So you kind of have to figure out when to start counting. So I'll try and show you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Bum, 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 bum. So practice just going into that section where it starts to speed up, and practice saying 1 out loud at first and then eventually in your head where you think that comes in. So I'll play through a little bit before and show you what I mean. I'll try and do it really slow. 1, 2, 3, boom, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, boom, 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, boom, 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 boom. Okay, and then you basically just end this section, this video, playing that end pattern that you know by now, and your left hand is going to also come in with that familiar A, E, and A, and on from there. So let me do a quick review, and I'll let you go. So you've got the C to this G bouncing, and you've got a C and an E in your left hand. On the B, on the C, on the D, C major chord. Oh, sorry, messed up. F and A, slide up, and then just a C here for the second time. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and okay. So I don't know. I really hope that helped you. I know that might be a little bit confusing for some people, but hopefully it helped you. That's the tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for part 5.